Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Combat Corner.
Well, good afternoon. My name is Jackson,
My name's Kobe.
and today we've got a little bit of a stagnant week once again. There's no card coming up next weekend. So we thought we'd put out this little broadcast now, considering there has been a little bit of news come out.
It's like change in structure here. This is exciting, guys. Get ready.
I hope you guys are excited.
Phone home. Tell your wife, baby, we done it.
It's red panty night.
Break out the red panties.
So we've got UFC 304 that has been announced. Some really exciting matchups on that to kind of discuss. And
I think we kind of knew.
Yeah, we had a fair idea. But Leon Edwards is fighting that guy.
Yeah, he's fighting someone.
Yeah, and then also we've got Tyson Fury versus Usyk tomorrow.
Yep. We'll talk about that.
So we will have to have a bit of a discussion. And we have a Rockstar energy drink, juiced El Mango.
I've already had pre-workout today, so this is going to absolutely
full sugar,
mortal me. But we have to do some physical labor after this, so this is probably going to help.
Yeah. Anyway, what I think we should do is...
I've already put it up on the board, by the way, just to let you guys know. Just in the preliminary area.
Can we start the fucking episode?
Let's get into it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Combat Corner.
Ooh, that was quite in sync.
Very in sync.
Like the boy band.
Yeah, very much like the boy band.
Jackson's tired today.
I'm very tired.
He's tired, but
karaokeing all night long.
He was singing. Did you sing?
God, that smells like shit.
Yeah,
that is probably one of the worst smelling drinks I've ever...
What color is it? It's like a white.
White?
Clear. It's not bad. You know? It's not terrible. It does smell weird, but it's not terrible tasting. I always find when things taste different than they smell, it's usually weird. Like there's something wrong going on in the water.
It just smells off.
I want to know, what music did you sing last night?
I sang Walk the Line by Johnny Cash.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. I sang Walk the Line by Johnny Cash I Walked the Line, and I sang Skater Boy by Avril Lavigne.
Ah.
Yeah.
I bet you listened to that a lot when you were a teenager, that song.
I listen to it a lot now. Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
To be honest, the lyrics of that song don't make sense in today's world. He was a boy, she was a girl. Can I make it any more obvious? Well, that's not how things work anymore.
Nope.
He was a boy, he was also a girl. That would be a little more obvious.
He could be a boy, could be a girl.
Yeah.
Not obvious. That could be the lyric.
Yeah.
He could be a boy.
Maybe a girl. I think that's obvious. Pretty obvious.
It's not very obvious.
He wears a skirt, but he has stubble. Yeah, you know,
he came on my chest.
Yeah.
That could work.
He has to tuck his balls in his legs so that people cannot see his bulge.
Yeah. So this is the new song that we're actually thinking of proposing.
Yeah.
Who sings that? Avril Lavigne.
Yeah.
Avril, if you're listening, I know you're a big fan. I've got an idea for a bit of a parody on your great song that you did. It's called...
He's a transgender boy.
Transgender boy. Or girl. So, yeah, we don't really know what sexual identity or gender really is.
No.
Yeah.
So, we're still yet to figure that out, aren't we?
Yeah.
It's very unconfirmed.
It is very unconfirmed. I'm thinking of growing my hair out into a bit of an Ellen kind of look.
I'd love to be able to do that.
Yeah. Well, you could be Ellen with it.
Grow hair.
Yeah.
Mm.
Ellen did not so generous on the hair.
Ellen degenerate.
Ellen. She could be a transgender.
She could. Well, she's lesbian. I'm not saying that they're correlated.
It's not the same thing.
But
get with it. She's a cis woman.
Cis woman.
I think that. Yeah.
But doesn't that mean a straight woman? Or
yeah. No.
Oh no, that just means a woman who is actually a woman. Cis, short for cisgender, pronounced cisgender, or just cis, is a term that means whatever gender you are now is the same as what you... So a mentally sane person.
Trans Hub. We go to Trans Hub. See what
Trans Hub.
What's the latest news?
Oh no. .au.
Learn the basics. That's
Yeah.
probably where I'd start.
Shall we? That's how we're starting the
So we're
episode.
getting into it.
Trans 101. What is trans? What are sex and gender anyway? I think that's a good question.
That's a good one to start on.
Seems like sex and gender should be simple to understand. We all have them to some extent or another and are aware of them more or less throughout our lives. However, when we stop and try to define them clearly, it seems to become a little more complicated. No, it doesn't.
Gender is what is in our heads. Sex is what between our legs. Who wrote this? I want to know, like, oh my god, holy shit.
Who is the author? Akon wrote this.
Akon. Oh man, hopefully we don't get any shorts about this stuff that we're talking about. This just stays deep. Akon.
No, that is not.
Leading HIV and LGBT
Oh my god.
asphalt and chip seal services.
Yeah, it'll be them.
So they're the ones.
They did it.
They did it. So yeah, interesting enough. If you guys are a little bit
Curious.
out of the
Can you go to about?
about
It's on the right. It's on the right up the top in the headings.
about. So I want to see which scientists.
Contact.
And,
I want to see contact.
welcome to the Trans Hub.
Oh, look, there's one.
Okay. I'm just making sure I don't say anything.
I've kind of given up on that.
You've kind of gone. Yeah, I'll let you do it. They got the Good Design Award, so they've got a good website design.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will give that to them. They've got a good
designing
website.
websites and
Yeah.
stuff. Good at like modern art that doesn't really make any sense.
Mm.
Kind of describes them. Recreational
What?
action plan innovative. What are these two flags? Is that Palestine or some shit? No, it's not.
No.
I don't know what that is. But anyway, guys, look, there's more important things to talk about. I don't even know what we're
Are there?
No.
This seems pretty important. I
So,
think we
medical-
at Combat
medical
Corner
one.
should.
Oh, there's a legal one.
Oh, great.
Pause.
Hello, Zach. You're live on air.
Oh, yeah, you know what? Let's not pause.
That text you just sent me about coming over later for the gay stuff.
For the gay stuff, you
Fucking knew it.
you can come over later for the gay stuff. Do you want to come to Kobe's in a bit? I'll give you his address live on the episode.
No.
No.
Come see my new house, Zach.
Yeah.
And build me some windows.
I'll send you a.
Shout out to. I don't have anyone to shout out.
We're actually not pausing the episode, so
Yeah, you continue.
hopefully you come through. Oh, I could turn you up. Speak now.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Zach. Jack,
This is-
you've never done this. I think this is.
Yeah,
unfair.
Jack needs.
Hey, Kobe. How
Hey,
you going?
Well,
Hey, Zach,
yeah,
how's it going?
we normally record the episodes together. I know it does seem like one of us is green screened in, but yeah,
This is an interesting start to it.
You've
For
been
sure.
in Australia and all that.
exactly. What we've just been discussing it live on air. What are your thoughts on the trans community?
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh, there you go. Thanks,
There
mate.
you go, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Thank you very much, Zach. What we'll do is I'll send you the address, and I'll let you know when we're done the episode, and you can shoot by.
see you, bro.
All right, I'll see you soon.
Oh man. So guys, this is a Combat Corner at first. I want to call it. I think we should change the name. Trans Corner instead of Trans Hub. We are Trans Corner. So here at Trans Corner, we take phone calls, live phone calls.
Yes. Oh,
Opinion
dude, could you
pieces.
imagine if we had a show where people called in?
Yeah, that'd be
That'd be
sick.
great.
The only annoying thing would be that we don't have any people to call us. Should I put that out on Facebook? Someone call. If you want it. I reckon,
Yeah.
we should try that. I reckon I could set that up.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Do it on,
What
like,
would we talk
Facebook
to
or
people
something.
about though?
Fighting. That's kind of what we do.
Yeah, I know, but like, do you reckon we would have people call in? Oh, we'd have Jack Barrett would call in.
Yeah.
It'd be-
Oh, the guy. Our biggest
Our
fan.
TikTok hater. Oh, this is shit.
another terrible list. Another punishing list. Cheers, guys. Another punishing list.
Thanks back, Jarrett.
Look, guys. There's been some news, and I want to get into it.
Yeah, so we've got Leon Edwards versus Bilal Muhammad. the main event of UFC 304 in Manchester, isn't it?
It is, yeah, Manchester.
Manchester. Tom Aspinal versus Curtis Blades.
Co-main.
Co-main, which is for the interim belt, which is crazy to think that.
It is kind of fucked. You know what's mad about these two as well? These two fights?
Yeah.
It's the second fight of both of these fights, and both of them ended prematurely via injury.
True.
So Curtis won the first one, and Leon won the first one by eye poke. Tom blew his knee out in like the first second.
Yeah.
They're both repeats of fights that have happened before.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully they get a little bit longer this time. We get to kind of have more of a firm, hard, rock solid kind of.
Look, I think there's a good chance that that Leon Edwards Bilal Muhammad fight is not as much of a breeze as what people are thinking it's going to be for Leon. Like,
no, I don't think so. I agree.
Like, Bilal Muhammad has been waiting for this fight and preparing for this fight in particular for a long time now.
Good on him.
Oh yeah. Like we've said many times, this is exactly what he needed to do. He needed to wait for his shot. It was bound to come at some point in time. Now that it's here,
they've got very similar records as well.
Yeah. Obviously, they're 1 no contest coming from their fight with each other.
3 losses each, and Bilal having 1 more win. I
Yeah.
think Bilal's maybe been in the. Oh no, I think they've been in the UFC about the same amount of time. It's surprising they haven't fought before earlier. Like,
it is,
way
yeah.
Earlier. Yeah.
So that fight is going to be.
It's going to be a good one. I agree. I don't think it's going to be as easy as some people think, but I think Leon's going to get it done.
Yeah, I hope so.
I just don't see what Bilal Muhammad's going to pose to Leon that, for example, a Colby Covington or Kamaru Usman.
He's so consistent though, man. Like,
he's very consistent.
He comes out and he follows a very smart game plan and gets the job done. Like,
he's very intelligent.
To be fair, what was his last fight was against Gilbert Burns, no?
Mm-hmm.
And Gilbert suffering an injury quite early on in that fight.
Yep.
I would have liked to see a healthy Gilbert Burns go the distance with Bilal, just to see, like, because it's still unknown to me where he really stands up against, like, a really high level, championship level kind of.
We haven't seen it yet.
Welterweight, yeah.
I think we've seen him against top guys, but usually when he fights these top guys, they're not at their best at that point. For example, Stephen Thompson,
Vicente Luque,
Damian Maia, Vicente Luque, and he also lost to Vicente Luque.
He lost to Jeff Neal. He got slept by Jeff Neal.
No, he got decisioned by.
Oh, was it?
But he got.
Who did he get knocked out by?
Vincentin.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking of then.
Lost to Alan Gilban. But this was a long time ago, and when we did see him fight Leon Edwards, the first round and a half or round and 18 seconds, it wasn't going his way.
No.
Let's be real here.
But dude, that was over 3 years ago now.
Yeah.
And he has definitely leveled up since that. What's up, mate?
Is it raining?
No, it's just windy.
Is that like trees blowing?
There's trees scraping against your iron roof.
It's crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
So both guys who have been on pretty insane win streaks. I bring it back to this point. I just don't see how. I don't see a path to victory here for Bilal Muhammad. I think the only way that he can win is if he manages to take Leon down, hold him down, and kind of beat him on the ground.
Yeah.
But I just don't think he's going to be able to do that. Usman couldn't take him down.
Usman, yeah.
Take him down.
And even when Usman did get him down,
he got back up.
Yeah, well, and also Edwards showed that he is very capable of being a threat on the ground.
Oh yeah. Took his back.
Yeah, he took his back. He has really solid submission skills.
He was playing with Colby Covington pretty. That was very impressive. The way he dealt with Colby's wrestling and countered him, and maybe he actually got a bit too cocky at times and kind of gave Colby takedowns when he was trying to be stylish.
Yeah.
But
I do want to see him kind of look a bit sharper out there. I
want to see him
because that second fight against Usman, that was a 30% bump in terms of confidence, skill level, all of that kind of, that 30% extra that you get from being a champ and having that kind of belt around your waist. It gives you that extra weight and mentality, really. But then the fight against Colby, he didn't look the same. No. I don't know if it's the
he looked good.
The build up that kind of got into his head or whatever it was, but
I don't know what, because especially because of the build up, I would have thought he would have gone out there being like, right, first 2 rounds are done. This guy has nothing for me. Time to fucking finish him.
Yeah.
Because he was piecing him. Colby
was.
had nothing for him. Colby obviously didn't seem to show up that fight, but Leon could have looked for a finish, on multiple occasions. I don't think my mic's picking up. Is this better, guys? Is this better? There we go. I don't know what was going on there. I just saw the levels, but hopefully this is better. Yeah, he could have got a finish against Colby, and that would have been really impressive. And I want to see him get a finish against someone I don't consider to be as good as Colby, but a very similar fighter to Colby.
Yeah, that's fair.
But maybe he's more in his prime now. He's 36, 35.
Who's that?
Bilal.
Is he 36?
35.
Oh, gee whiz.
In July, so when this fight happens, he'll be 36.
Dang.
I just don't see him getting it done. I literally can't see it happening. I think it would be quite funny, although I definitely support Leon because he's English and, I like the guy. He's cool. Great fighter. Great guy. It would be kind of funny if the UK fans had to stay up until 6 a.m. just to see Bilal decision Leon.
Yeah.
That would be funny. Don't think it's going to happen.
No.
Don't think it's going to happen.
Shall we have a chat about one of these other fights on here as well?
Official prediction. Well, early prediction.
I think it's going to go to decision unless Leon, it's going to be, I feel like it's going to be obvious within the first round, where Leon stands in this fight. Because like I said, if he has been really sharpening things up, then I can see him getting it done in the third or fourth, putting him away. But yeah, I don't want to see Bilal win this fight. Just because I like the reign of Leon Edwards. I like the story.
I don't like the reign of Bilal already.
No,
he's not the champ.
Don't get me wrong. I actually do like the guy. I feel
kind of bad for him.
Yeah, I feel like he has been pretty hard done by, but at the same time, he doesn't make it easy on himself at times as well.
No, he doesn't. He's a bit of a weirdo. But he's been patient. He's beaten all the top contenders.
He's done exactly what he needs to do to be here. So good on him.
Good on him. Tom Aspinall. My official prediction will be probably second or third round knockout from Leon. I think he's gonna just continue where he left off in the last fight. Moving on, Tommy Aspinall versus Curtis Blades. Oh, what a great fight. Tom Aspinall, ultimate Giga Chad, ultimate absolute boss man, defending his interim belt. We didn't have to do that.
No.
Could have just sat out.
Yeah.
And waited.
And apparently he accepted a fight against Cyril Gane as well.
Yeah, I heard that too.
But Cyril Gane didn't want the smoke. He's filming a movie or something like that.
French Arnold Schwarzenegger, I think.
Really?
That's what Tom called him.
Oh.
No, that's not the movie.
I was like, what?
That would be a crazy movie.
That would be weird.
Just Arnold, but whenever he gets to a difficult point in his life, he gives up.
Arnold, but he's just lifting baguettes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just surrendering.
Yeah.
Eating frogs.
Arnold, but he's just wearing black and white stripy kind of Hey? Yeah, that sounds Russian. Yeah, okay. But we have Curtis Blades instead.
Good on Curtis Blades as well, taking the chance when it was offered to him.
Yeah, definitely.
Coming into enemy territory for the second time against Tommy Aspinall.
Coming off a very impressive win against Gelton Almeida.
Yeah.
That was a fight that
him.
Pardon?
He absolutely neutralized him.
Yeah, big time. It was a second round KO, wasn't it? Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I say that though, actually. He did get taken down a couple times by Gelton, who was the smaller guy.
One of the smallest guys in the heavyweight division at this point in time.
Small, but jacked.
Mm-hmm.
But nonetheless.
He was on our roid chart, wasn't he?
He was. And I think he was the most... Well, who was I can't remember who the top was, but it's probably Khabib or something.
Jack will know.
Yeah, he will. Jack, let us know. Send me a text message right now.
Leave it in the comments.
Leave it in the comments. And also, give me a call next Saturday at around 11:30. Because that will prove you're a real fan. Anyway. What were we saying? Yeah, Curtis Blades got taken down and kind of controlled pretty easily on the ground. I think if Almeida can do that, Tom can do that. In all honesty. Even though Blades is known as the wrestler out of these two.
Look, here's the thing. I like Tom Aspinall. I think he's a very talented guy. I think he definitely belongs at the top of this division. I think he definitely deserves a shot at the title, but obviously we're playing this whole kind of media shitstorm game instead. But I think Curtis Blades could be a bit of a sleeper in this fight.
I
think
agree.
Tom Aspinall coming off a knockout win against Sergey Pavlovich, that fight could have gone to either of them. In all honesty, they both went out there with the exact same plan. It was like, look, this is definitely going to be over in the first round. Like, there was no question of it. Everyone knew that was going to be the case. And Tom came out on top. He got clipped.
He did.
And the fight only lasted a minute and 20 seconds or something like that.
Got to speak to Tom's chin.
Yeah, you do.
The guy's
I'm
got a
not
great chin.
saying that, but what I am saying is I think he is riding on some pretty high confidence at the moment. And I want to I'd like to see if he's taking it as seriously as he should be. Do you know what I mean? Like, maybe underestimating Curtis a little bit. We'll see.
We'll have to see.
I'm speaking hypothetically here.
I think Curtis has got a very good chance to win this fight.
Yeah.
Tom throws the 1-2, throws a lot of his combinations with his chin up in the air, and he likes to lean back, similar to how like Volkanovski was leaning back in that fight against Topuria.
Yeah.
Just playing footsies on the ground here. He likes to lean back with his chin in the air, and Curtis Blades has knocked people out. He's rocked some really good opponents.
Yeah.
You know, so I think Curtis Blades can definitely put him out. I think he could knock him out. I think Curtis Blades also, he's got great wrestling, like we said. I do think Tom can take him down if he wants, if he can get there. I think for Tom, it's important not to just go out there and try and knock him out early, because he obviously did against Pavlovich, scary Russian guy. Like you say, you don't want that confidence to be too high. Blades is dangerous. He's got power in both hands.
Yeah, and he can chain wrestle.
He can chain wrestle.
So,
cardio.
Yeah, this is going to be a hell of a fight, in my opinion. There's so much riding on this. Because imagine Curtis Blades does get it done, and then he's next in line to fight.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest. He's next in line to fight John Jones.
I think John Jones would take that in a heartbeat.
You reckon?
Fuck yeah.
He's not going to wait for Stipe
I
after
think
that?
he'd still wait for Stipe, but I think he's way more likely to fight Blades if he wins.
Yeah.
John's just hoping that Tom loses at this point. He's just like, oh my God. Because John talks so much, justifying his decisions on Twitter. I'm like, why should it matter?
Yeah.
Like, if you aren't insecure about your decision here,
you're the heavyweight champion of the world.
And you had that light heavyweight reign where you dominated for like 14 years. Why are you insecure about anything?
Yeah.
Why would you care who you fight, first of all? If I was John, I'd just be like, look, whoever the UFC want me to fight, I'll fight them.
Yeah.
That's it. No more talking. UFC, put someone in front of me, I'll do it in November. But he has to come out and justify it. It's like the UFC
Every
will
2
still
minutes.
give you Stipe.
Mhm.
They're still going to give you Stipe. Fucking Dana's talking about it. So
Every week there's another tweet from him saying like, pretty much just exactly what you said there, just explaining why he is like,
why he's the best.
Why he's the best, and why, you know, this and that and whatever, that he doesn't need to listen to you people. But it's like, you obviously are listening. Man. If you feel like addressing it every single week, then bruh.
I mean, it's very hard to deny that Tom is the rightful next opponent, even if it's after Stipe. He won the interim belt.
Yeah.
If you win the interim belt, it means the champion can't fight. You won the interim belt to decide who fights the champion next.
Yeah.
It should have been Tom versus Stipe.
They just shouldn't have. Do you know what they shouldn't have done? They shouldn't have made an interim belt for this division in the first place.
Yeah.
If they knew that they were going to wait for John Jones versus Stipe anyway,
what's the point?
Then what the fuck were they doing?
Just to add another belt to the card. Because I think in most people's opinions right now, this is for the undisputed title. We're not like, the undisputed title is getting fought over by a guy who's been inactive for 2 years, or will have been inactive for 2 years by the time he fights. No, that's John. John fought in last January.
Oh, sorry. I was talking about Stipe.
Stipe's 2021. So it's against the guy who wouldn't have fought in 2 years, no defenses in 2 years, against the guy who hasn't fought in 3 years, and his last fight was a brutal knockout loss to Francis Ngannou.
Yeah.
This is the real fight. This is the real fight. This is it. I mean, the John Jones one will be cool and all, but if they're not going to fight these guys next, then, you know, I kind of don't care. Yeah, the rugby over there.
Yeah, I just thought I heard a car pulling up the drive. Is that next door?
But yeah, it's been frustrating. But we finally are here now. Tom's going to defend his interim belt. Curtis Blades looking to take that spot from him. It's going to be a very interesting fight that could go either way.
Speaking of, I'm not sure if it was confirmed, but UFC 309.
309.
John Jones versus Stipe. later in the year, I believe.
Yeah. John Jones leaks UFC 309 title fight with Stipe.
So there you go. It will be in November by the looks of it.
309.
Which, man, it is so far away.
It's a long time.
Like, we were told he was
May.
going to be ready by the middle of the year.
Yeah.
And then we see him fucking tackling rugby players in Australia earlier this year, and it's like,
I think he should just retire, man.
Are you taking this seriously? What are you doing?
He's tarnishing his legacy, which was already very tarnished, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
We all kind of were still like, look, John Jones is a piece of shit. He's done loads of steroids, but, you know.
Inside
reality,
the octagon, he's the
he's
GOAT.
the best. Now, everyone thinks he's a pussy.
I don't know if they think he's a pussy. I just think
he's insecure.
Yeah,
everyone thinks he's ducking.
Everyone's not sure about where his mindset sits right now.
And like, if he doesn't want to fight, all good. Like, that's fine. You've left a good enough legacy.
Dude,
just
if he had have just gone out there, finished Cyril Gane in the first round, got on the mic, took his gloves off, and retired, that would have been epic. That would have been like the perfect end to your career. You spend like whatever it was, like 2.5 years or whatever, going like moving up to heavyweight just to put on one performance, and then it just proves to everyone like, I just finished the top guy, and like
everyone thought after that fight he's the GOAT.
Yeah,
like the guy's the GOAT. And
it's undeniable.
But I think what he thought was, I'll come back, finish Cyril, quick turnaround, Stipe, done. But now, obviously, he got injured, and then everyone's like, okay, we don't want to see you fight Stipe now. We want to see you fight the interim champ. He's the guy who we're really interested in now. Like, the Stipe fight is cool.
Stipe's going to be 50 by the time they end up fighting at this
54, point. I think it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, I think my official prediction will be a Tom Aspinal finish. I don't think this is going to go past 2 rounds. I think it'll probably go out the first. But I think we'll see maybe Tom get a submission or a ground and pound finish. What do you think?
It's a tough one, man. Like I said, I think Curtis Blades could definitely go in there with a game plan that could just neutralize Tom, but it's hard to deny him at this point. He has shown there's levels, and
he's the man.
Every time he steps in there, especially in recent memory, he has just looked unstoppable. So I'm gonna have to go with you on Tom Aspinall, but I'm not locking it in yet. We've still got to break this card down in July when it's happening. So
I think the most impressive thing as well with Tom is just his speed.
Yeah,
his speed and everything.
Yeah,
his takedowns is
he moves like a middleweight.
He does. Like, he's hopping on his feet. It's like Cyril Gane with power in wrestling.
Oh, you know? It's incredible.
Moving down the card.
We'll just go over these ones a little quicker.
We'll go, because
we've still got to do a full episode on this in future. So we've got Arnold Allen versus Giga Chikadze.
Finally, a favorable matchup for Allen.
Yeah. I think this has to go his way. He has had a bit of a rough run of it lately.
I'm a real big fan of Allen.
Same. I think he's a cool guy. I like his style. It always makes for an exciting fight. But yeah, since that win against Calvin Kattar, which was due to a knee injury, we've seen him on a 2-fight skid.
The Max Holloway one was close, but he obviously lost that fight. And then Evloev's, that was a weird one.
Insult to injury as well, as you can tell he's been taking really like a long time to prepare for these fights in between. And that just proves how high a level he's operating at the moment. Like the fights that he has been taking. Look at that, bro. Like level. Dan Hooker, Calvin Kattar, Max Holloway, maybe a little less known name in Movsar Evloev, but he skilled, he is one of the next guys right there waiting in the wings.
You could argue that Evloev one could have gone to him. And
if they didn't have that stupid rule about having a pinky on the ground and being a grounded opponent.
Because when the knee landed, his hand was. But let's just let bygones be bygones. I don't count that as a real loss. I'd say it's like a bit of a draw kind of event. No, there was no clear winner to me in that fight. Now he's up against Giga Chikadze, who's been out for quite a while, I think. His last fight against Alex Caceres August last year, so not too long. Obviously getting battered by Calvin Kattar in 2022.
Another guy who has been in there with some pretty decent opponents, having a win over Edson Barboza.
Cub.
Cub Swanson.
He's done some bits in the UFC. Very flashy guy. I think Arnold Allen would be quite smart to mix in some takedowns in this fight. I think that's probably going to be an important factor. But I think he could win striking as well. But
Allen's a very crisp boxer.
He is. Power in his hands. I think the smart method to victory would be to strike and mix in your takedowns.
Yeah.
You know.
Anyway, what else have we got a little bit further down? We've got Manal Cup versus Muhammad Makayev.
That's a good one. If Cup can turn up, that is.
Look, if he doesn't make weight this fight, I actually want to see him dropped from the UFC.
Either dropped from the UFC or goes up to bantamweight.
Yeah.
Like, stop pissing around.
Or just go and fight for Octagon promotion.
Oh, yeah. He's got to have at least one or two.
That's right.
That's why these other guys are so successful.
Correct. But Makayev, 12-0, won no contest. Up against, Manal Cup's 19-6. That alone on paper doesn't look great for Cup.
No.
I want to see, dude. I used to want to see this guy win because I wanted to see what it would do for the flyweight division, but I want to see him get absolutely dominated, to be quite honest with you. I don't care at this point. This guy is such a tosser with the way that he has pulled out of fights. Never made, like, his weight missing issues have been horrendous. And then he has the audacity to go and talk shit to people for being injured, and it's like,
yeah,
what?
That was a real karma kind of thing. Like, since that last fight, obviously the Kai Kara-France one was cancelled due to Kai pulling out, but
he's had 2 cancelled bouts already this year.
Yeah, and both against the same guy. One of them he didn't miss weight, and the guy chose not to fight him, which is fair enough, and then he got injured. The guy can't make it to the scales. Look at all these fucking pullouts, man. It's not good enough. He missed weight in this fight as well. He's fun, but we need to see you consistently making weight. Like,
dude, he nearly fought Figgy.
Yeah.
Did he pull out of that? Or did Figgy?
Both guys that struggle to make weight.
Bro.
Yeah, who knows? But
was Figgy the champ at that point? What's going on there?
No, I don't think so.
When was this? Last year.
Yeah, he wasn't the champ then. Would have been like a comeback fight or something. So, yeah. But it's not good enough.
It's not.
I think he can lose some weight. Like, he's not that lean. You can get leaner out of camp, and it will help you make weight. You can't have this little pudgy like hip area that most normal people carry around. You're a super athlete, mate. You've got to cut that fucking weight. You're not going to make the weight if you got that. Interesting fight nonetheless. Hopefully it does go down.
Right.
Bobby Green.
The main event, in my eyes. Bobby Green versus Paddy Pimblett.
I'm excited.
This fight right here is a reason in of itself for me to watch this card alone. You guys listening to this will know I am a massive fan of Bobby Green. I love his work. I don't like Jalen Turner, and this fight is very favorable for Bobby Green in my opinion. He has some really awkward boxing to deal with for most people, and Paddy Pimblett is not most people when it comes to defending striking. He's hopeless. He walks around with his chin up in the air, and like Jared Gordon was able to do bits on this guy. Do you know what I mean? And arguably won that fight.
Yep.
Sure, Tony Ferguson is also an awkward kind of striker and whatever, but he's got one foot on a banana peel and the other in a grave at this point. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's a good way to put it. Bobby Green is much more experienced as well. He does just have far better striking,
and he's actually in a really good point of his career. Like
twilight time. I
don't think that loss against Jalen Turner can really tarnish where he's at right now. He is 32-15, 1 draw, 1 no contest. That is a huge record. This guy has been around since I think the late 2000s in the UFC.
Yeah. No, he's been there, done that.
Fighting Jalen Turner, who is on the verge of being a title contender at lightweight.
And his attributes, Jalen Turner, he's got the power and the length.
He's
that guy
6'3"
could be a title contender if he wanted to, Yeah. I agree. Bobby Green, he's only lost the one in his last. That was a no contest, but he basically won that fight as well
against Jared Gordon.
Gordon. obviously beating Tony, very impressive knockout of Grant Dawson, stepped in last minute and got knocked out by Jalen Turner, but again,
Who was
Jalen,
Turner
younger
supposed to
guy,
fight that?
No, it was supposed to be Bobby Green versus Hooker,
That's right, yeah.
and Hooker broke his arm again. I don't like this fight for Paddy Pimblett.
Nah,
I think Paddy's got some all right striking, but he's got one fatal flaw.
it's sloppy.
It's very sloppy, and his chin, just he doesn't care about getting hit.
Yeah, he waves it around like a trans flag.
And he's got a Should we go back to that now? And he's got Paddy's got a very, very, very solid chin, and that's not a good thing that we know that, because he's been hit in that chin millions of times. Well, he's only had 4 fights in the UFC, or 5,
Something like that, yeah.
He's been clipped bad a lot, and that just isn't a good sign when you're fighting someone like Bobby Green, who's a sniper. I think
he's kind of got like a bit of a Jake Paul mentality in terms of his call-outs lately. Wanting the fight against Tony Ferguson, after you've seen what people have been doing to Tony Ferguson, sure, he is a legend. I'm not taking that away from him at all, but like, bruh, you're a young guy and you want to make your way up the rankings, I assume. Like, it's hard to tell with this guy.
Yeah, you'd think.
And he's calling out people that are literally on like massive losing streaks. Then he calls out Bobby Green, who
I think Bobby
also
called him out.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm wrong then. I was just gonna say he has been kind of
Up and down.
Yeah, up and down, and kind of kicking the dogs while they're down. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree. Like the on the other side of the coin, you know, if we look at the lightweight rankings, if you are a guy like Paddy Pimblett, who's just outside of the rankings at the moment, you go in and you fight Bobby Green, you win, you are set at number 15. I'd say out of all the other guys in the rankings, Bobby Green, Turner, Bobby Green, Hooker, Moicano, like there's not many people apart from those 3 that I'd want to fight if I was Paddy Pimblett.
Did you say Hooker?
Yeah.
Paddy Pimblett versus Dan Hooker.
Yeah.
Fuck that, bro.
Well, I'd say Hooker and Green are similar level fighters at this stage in their career. What I'm saying is, if he wants to break into the top 15, they're the only people that I really would give.
Don't forget, Dan Hooker had a win against Jalen Turner.
I know, and I'm not. This is nothing against Dan. I'm just saying that Paddy's got the wrestling. He's got the chin. I think he could trip Hooker and maybe submit him. I don't see him doing that against a Benoit Saint Denis, Rafael dos Anjos.
Just look at that,
I mean?
bro. Like, if you are trying to break into the lightweight rankings and you're looking for an easy fight, you can go home.
Yeah, honestly. Like I said, that's what I'm trying to say. What are the good fights? There aren't any. Beneil Dariush, maybe, because he's got no chin.
The absolute star power in this
Crazy,
division, like
crazy stacked.
Bobby Green, RDA, Benoit Saint Denis, Jalen Turner, Dan Hooker, Moicano, Holloway, Fiziev, Dariush, Chandler, Gamrot, Poirier, Gaethje, Oliveira. It just goes on and on and on.
No matter who you are in the top 15, you could quite easily probably make it into the top 5 with some, favorable calls, some favorable matchups. So,
they're all operating at such a high level. Like, where do you?
That's what I'm saying. Like Bobby Green for Pimblett, it's a good entrance into the top. It's the best out of the lot because he's not taking down RDA.
Yeah, if he goes in there and let's just say by some miracle he gets the win against Bobby Green, because he's not going to. I love Bobby Green till I die. But
fuck does he fight next?
Exactly.
Moicano maybe, who's not the best striker, who's got better jiu-jitsu than Paddy. Like, who's he? I mean, maybe he can beat Moicano, maybe, but I don't think that would happen.
You know what I'd love? I'd love Fiziev to get a comeback fight against Paddy Pimblett and just absolutely chop him in half.
That would be that's a good fight. I like that. If Paddy can beat Bobby Green, that's a big if. Chuck him in against a Fiziev or a
main event of a fight night in England.
You know what they're going to do though? They're going to chuck him in against Dariush.
Yeah, probably.
Because that's a much easier fight for him because he's not as
or a Gamrot,
who's Paddy's going to be okay with getting taken down by Gamrot. Similar level striking. So
either way, we've got one more thing to talk about today, I believe.
Tyson Fury.
Well, 2 more things because we've got to rate our drink as well, don't we? Look, I want to bring up an interesting stat. This is the first heavyweight fight for the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world since November 1999.
Yep.
Since the month and year I was born, they haven't had a unified heavyweight champion of the world. That's crazy.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought there was in Klitschko. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he didn't have it unified.
I think this is, because this is all the belts coming together, isn't it? Yeah.
Who would have been the last? These are lineal.
What does that mean?
Lineal means like, so this guy got
Yes.
beat by this guy.
Right.
And then this guy, no matter like, because it could be like, the lineal champ right now, I think is, the lineal champ is Fury, because no one's beaten Fury.
But no one's beaten Usyk.
No, but
right.
no, because Fury won it off Klitschko.
Right.
Because Klitschko was the lineal.
I see.
No one has beaten Fury to take that lineal off of him. So
Apart from Francis Ngannou.
Apart from Francis Ngannou. So technically, Anthony Joshua is now the lineal.
Yeah.
He absolutely knocked him out. But
what a corrupt sport.
So yeah, has there ever been first undisputed champion?
Who?
Undisputed. Why is it not giving us the unified? I think you're right. He must be because.
Well, I read it on the internet, so it's definitely correct.
True. That's a good point. Like, why does it come with undisputed? Oh,
Actually,
right. Undisputed is the same thing. How do I look at the heavyweight? But he's not unified because he doesn't have all of them. Yeah, why is this so confusing?
Bit of a joke, isn't it?
Yeah, 3. Anyway, yeah, crazy.
What are we watching here?
I just wanted to watch John Fury go mad.
Oh, yeah, headbutting.
I can't find that clip for some reason, but I'll find it after. So I just wanted to pop this clip on the screen. Don't have any sound.
What was this?
He goes mental. This was Fury,
yeah.
Jake Paul or KSI. And he brought out like a cake or something of Dylan, and then this part. I'm a machine.
Bro, what is this guy on?
Something.
Dylan Dennis just sitting there like, what the fuck?
He's just carnage. He's fucking
Shout out to
carnage.
Fight Hub TV,
What's he called?
who have 1.8 million subscribers.
Jesus. John Fury, headbutt. That's the one. Yeah, crazy scenes. Oh, why does it have to be a fucking 12-minute video? I just want the clip. Is it this? I think it's this. So, guys, as you can see on the screen here, John Fury fucking headbutting someone from Usyk's team, and then
It looked like Rose and a Man in New Year's.
Maybe it was. How dare you?
Look, it's Rose.
So, John Fury, as usual, getting into a bit of trouble.
Ish.
Not one to miss, though. This is probably the biggest heavyweight fight.
Since 1999.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's annoying because we never got to see AJ versus Fury while they both had the belts. That would have been huge for English boxing and boxing in general.
Yeah.
But we get to see the guy who beat AJ fight against Fury. So I think Fury's taking this very seriously.
Yeah, dude, he looks in incredible shape.
He looks in good shape.
Compared to what he did against Francis.
He looks focused. He looks driven.
Yeah.
His mindset seems tight.
This is the biggest fight of his career.
Oh yeah, he needs to win this.
Yeah,
he needs to win this. If he loses, it's curtains for him.
I think it's curtains either way. Surely.
I hope that he retires after this, or we get to see AJ versus Fury finally for the undisputed belt in London. But when they faced off without the shirts on, that sounded a bit gay.
Yeah, what were you gonna say? Finish your sentence.
Fucking Tyson looks huge next to him.
Yeah,
he looks huge.
He is, man.
A good picture. Like, look,
to be fair,
like
he
twice the size.
He looks huge against.
He does, yeah.
Anyone. Man, that is incredible.
He's so much bigger than Usyk. Not that I'm saying, fuck off. Not that I'm saying like Usyk is that size is that important, But look, wait, it's not even on the screen. Tyson Fury is just a bigger man by a lot. He's got longer arms. He's taller. He's just bigger. Like, his chest is like twice the size. He's a stronger man. I think he's gonna lay on Usyk.
Yeah.
He's just gonna tire him out, and I think he's gonna fucking get it done. I just don't think Usyk's big enough.
This is gonna be a crazy fight.
This is gonna be mad. Need to watch it. 10 a.m. New Zealand time. Apparently,
Yeah.
the card will be starting.
By the time people actually listen to this episode, it's probably already said and done.
Probably
The majority of people.
But we hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed it. I think we can rate our drink.
Yeah. Let's close this one out. Look, I'm going to be honest. I was really disappointed with this. When I go I don't buy energy drinks very often, right? But lately, I've been privy to a sugar-free Monster energy drink.
Oh, have you now?
And I like the mango one. The mango one is nice. Very nice. But in terms of our rankings so far, I'm giving this a 4 on the nose. This, for me, just doesn't taste all that nice.
I'd probably say 4.5. I don't think it tastes very nice. I'm feeling stemmed up.
Yeah.
I think we've both been very jittery, talky in this episode.
Well, I'm on 4.5 hours sleep. I've had 2 coffees and now this energy drink.
So you're stemmed.
And I haven't eaten anything apart from 2 pieces of bread.
Well, there you go. That's
so
primo male performance, I think they call that.
You're giving it a 4 point what?
4.5. So
4.5. So that's a 4.25. While Kobe writes it up, thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out our shorter form content. We do a tier list video every Friday and break down the episodes into smaller 10-minute segments so you don't have to listen to us babble on. Like we say every episode, give us a recommendation for a drink or maybe even something you want to hear us talk about on the show. Otherwise, that's us signing off.
That will be us. Thank you guys for watching. See you later.
Pip.